What's up, my good people? Long time no see, long time no see. So, I got another story time for y'all. I've been wanting to drop it, but I've just been busy. So, after like a whole year, I finally decided I was gonna drive out here. So I started driving. Um, I rented a car, right? I rented a vehicle, nice looking little vehicle. I was like, all right, cool. Had some little rims on it. Said, oh, this not bad. So when they brought the vehicle, inside was dirty. It wasn't vacuumed. The tires looked a little suspect. I like, oh man, this how y'all doing? So, the presentation, first impressions is everything. So I'm like, man, they done gave me this lemon. I'm a little scared. We're driving, and I'm like, man, they're driving a little. The steering wasn't, it wasn't all that. I was like, man, this like a 20. I don't know, y'all, maybe like a 2010, 20, maybe a 2013, something like that. But you can see where they got the monitors for like the navigation and for like the maps and the Google Play and all that up to date technology, but don't none of it work. You can see why you should have Wi-Fi, but don't none of it work. So I'm like, like, all right, I just need a whip. I just need a little ride to get around from point A to point B. So I ain't really tripping. Got a decent rate. So I'm like, I ain't really tripping. I don't really complain. I'm not flossing. I'm not a flashy dude like that. So it is what it is. So as I'm driving the equivalent of, let's just say like an hour something drive, y'all. Hour something drive. So get to the hotel, and I see like a little exclamation point on the dashboard. So I'm like, man, I got an exclamation point. This dude that gave me a lemon. I'm scared for my family. I'm like, man, I called dude up. I'm like, yo, man, I'm a little worried. Oh, matter of fact, even like in the back, I couldn't find the seatbelts, right? So it's like a bunch of things playing in my mind. I'm like, all right. I need to holler at dude, maybe swap this car out, because, I don't want my family in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? So I call him up. He's like real gracious. He's like, oh man, if you got a problem, if you're on this side of the woods, let me know. I'll come through with the mechanic. We'll look at it. We'll see what's what. So I'm like, all right, cool, bet. So next morning comes, he pulls up with the mechanic. He's like, all right, what's the problem? I'm like, man, they got this big exclamation point on the dashboard, big red exclamation point. I'm like, man, this is a problem. This I'm thinking it's like a hazard, like an emergency light. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wasn't blinking, but it's red, it's solid. So I'm like, we got problems. mechanic mechanic looked at me. He's like, what light? I was like, man, this light right here. Dude hit the emergency brake. Click, click. Dropped it down, and the light disappeared. Man, I looked at him. I looked out the window. I said, oh, hell no. Man, I let out the biggest laugh. I said, boy, I can't believe I done called these people all the way over here for the handbrake. The handbrake was up. I said, boy, talk about feel embarrassed, feel small, feel played, all at the same time. I'm like, nah. Here I am, looking like Boo-Boo the Fool all of a sudden for something so minor as that. But like I said, y'all, it was so many other things going on that I figured dude just gave me a little whoopty. So anyway, man, that was one of my stories that just made me feel real kind of, I don't say insecure, but made me feel silly about myself. I said, man, I got to do better. I can't believe I didn't just embarrass myself like that. And they was real cool. They're like, man, if you got any problems, let me know this and that. Let me know this and that. But yeah, it was just a trip, y'all. It was just a trip. Oh yeah, now I forgot the hatch, the shocks on the hatch. They wasn't holding either. So like I said, it was a multitude of different things that made me think that could have been the issue. But again, I felt played. So anyway, hey, how about it? I felt played, so I was like, all right, I learned the hard way. Swallowed my pride, learned a little bit, so it was cool. So anyway, that's just one of my stories, y'all. I was just taking a little walk to the store. Figured I'd drop this little story time on y'all real quick. Hope y'all are doing well. I got another one coming for y'all soon. This one is about how sometimes these people out here mistreat they house sitters, and one of the things we seen firsthand at the hotel. So come back soon. That'll be the next story. We'll chop it up. Y'all be blessed. Peace.